Good morning, everybody. It's another day, another sunrise. I'm out in the front yard collecting all the morning light that I can through the clouds. Didn't get to watch the actual sunrise this morning, but I can see that it's much lighter than before the sun came up. It's also a bit cold, so I'm out here exposing my skin to the coldness, encouraging my cells to create as much UV light inside my body as I possibly can. So I'm getting the proper light frequencies outside through the clouds and creating my own light inside my body. We are beings of light and we're designed to create light. I'm also going to have my breakfast here outside as normal. For breakfast today, we have 1 pound of raw grass-finished ground beef. This is all we need. All we need to eat is meat. This is the ultimate health food. And we don't need anything else. We don't need fruits, we don't need vegetables, we don't need grains, we don't need seeds. If you have those things and you like them and you seem to be doing fine, more power to you, but we don't need it. And I can almost guarantee you guys you'd see health improvements if this was what you were eating. So I'm going to hang out here, keep getting the proper light frequencies to start my day, get my circadian rhythm going, enjoy my breakfast. And you guys, don't let a cloudy morning where you can't see the sunrise keep you from having the consistency of getting outside every morning to get the light frequencies from the sun that we need. You're still going to get all the health benefits being out here. So don't fool yourself into thinking because you can't see the sunrise that you're not going to be getting benefits. If you're inside your house not getting these early light frequencies, it's just going to take longer and longer for your body to start to do what it's supposed to for the day because you're not going to get outside until later. And yeah, so just keep getting out here. Like I've said, consistency is key, you guys. So even if it's only for a few minutes, if that's all you can take at first, build your way up to staying out longer. And if you have time obligations and you can't, that's fine as well. Just spend what time you can out here in the morning. Cloudy or sunny, whatever the conditions are, rain or shine, and eat your meal outside. All right, let's eat some breakfast. All the healthy saturated animal fats, all the vitamins and minerals, high water content, high protein, none of the proteins destroyed via cooking. And don't get me wrong, if you guys aren't at the raw stage yet, it's still better to eat meat cooked. You're still getting some of the stuff that comes from it. You're just not getting quite as high of a nutritional profile. This is ideal. I eat cooked meals sometimes, as I've shown you guys. You're still way better off eating cooked meat than you are eating any other types of foods. All right, well, I'm going to keep eating and enjoy my morning and then move on and show you guys what we're going to do next today. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Good morning. All right, my friends, it's time to start getting in a little bit of movement for today. So I'm out here in the field, and I brought over this big old rock with me. So we're going to do some weighted carries again. It's going to be a good one. I'm just going to walk around out here, carrying this heavy rock in all the different ways that I can. And of course, we're out here barefoot, so we're going to be grounded the whole time, connected to the earth, getting in some carries and moving around. So let's go ahead and get started. So one of the cool things about doing the weighted carries with this big rock is that since I just have one object, it makes the movement unilateral. So I'm having to balance my core because I only have weight on one side of my body. Since we did the unilateral carry on one side, now I've switched sides to even things out. So I'm having to stabilize my core evenly on both sides of my body. And this rock is just a natural object. It's not perfectly crafted like a weight. It's just as Mother Nature created it, so it's got a funky shape. The weight's not totally evenly distributed, so this makes for a really functional movement. Replicates something you might be having to carry in real life. There are so many different kinds of carry styles we can use to move this thing around. I'm doing a little overhead walking right now, seeing how far I can get lifting the rock fully overhead, my shoulders and my core supporting all the weight. And the further I carry the rock in any given sort of way, the more fatigue starts to set in. So my body will naturally find new ways to carry the rock, each of which are good for our body and a good way of moving. So now as a bit of fatigue starts to set in for the overhead carry, my body intuitively is just going to find a new way to carry the rock. So I can do a little underhanded grip like this, kind of like an isometric bicep hold, working a new part of the body. The more tired different parts of our bodies get, the more ways we can discover how we can carry the rock and different ways we can move. So the more you do, the more creative you get, and the more ways you find out your body can move. And if we want to make this one a little more challenging, we can switch to a unilateral underhand carry. Try and carry this thing kind of like a football, or if it's a baby made out of rocks. Alright, since my left side got fatigued, I've switched over to the right side for the unilateral underhand carry to make things even, working my right side arm and stabilizing with the opposite side of my core. Alright, so we've reached the halfway point, and while I'm here I thought it'd be nice to take a moment and show that this rock also just makes for a good weight, and there's many types of lifts we can do with this rock. For example, we can do some chest presses. We can do some overhead pressing, which is good for our shoulders. We can hold it in front of us and do some squats. Getting really low. Good for our ankles, good for our feet, good for our knees. Can do bicep curls with this thing. We could even do some deadlifts with it. So, lots of options. It's great for carrying, great for lifting. So let's keep walking with it. And since we're walking barefoot, we're of course getting the benefits of grounding. But like I said the last time I showed you one of these weighted carries with the cinder blocks, since I have this extra weight on me and I'm barefoot, it's making my feet stronger. And our foot health is extremely important. Our feet are the first thing we use to experience the world, and they affect everything from our feet up. Our whole body relies on our feet for our movement. So it's important to have strong feet, and I want to have tough feet as well. And this is doing both for me, increasing the strength and the toughness, the durability of my feet. Oh, I had that in my foot the whole time. Besides just lifting and carrying this thing, since we're outside and this is a rock, we don't have to worry about breaking or damaging anything really, so we can also throw it. And every time we throw it, we have to bend over and pick it up. And we can just keep throwing it as we go. Really works our whole body, having to pick it up and put everything into throwing it, because it's a heavy rock, so it's not easy to throw. It is fun too. And throwing, just like carrying and lifting, there are also many variations. We can throw it from one side of our body we can throw it from the opposite side. We can even try and throw it backwards and over the head. So there's 3 awesome ways to move with this thing. We can do all these different types of carrying movements. We can do all the types of lifts and more that I didn't even show you. And we can do throwing movements too. So let's keep going with this thing. Keep walking with this heavy rock and staying connected to the earth. We've made it over to Dink Corner, so of course we need to get in a few dinks before we can move on with the walk. There's one. First try with the right hand. Let's get a left hand. All right, we got both pretty quick, but I got a few more dirt clods, so let's go ahead and throw them. All right, let's move on. This rock actually is pretty heavy and a bit cumbersome to carry, but having said that, I do want to try and run a little bit with it and see how that goes. Felt like I was running with the heaviest football in the world. So now let's try it with the rock on our other side. Alright, so we made it to the row of endless flowers, almost to the end of the walk. Let's see how far I can throw this thing across the row of flowers. Alright, let's try one more thing we haven't done yet. Let's do a little backwards walking. Alright, so we made it to the end of the walk with rock in hand. It was a good session of movement. And you guys, I really encourage you to try this. The barrier of entry is completely free because I found this rock outside. They're all over the place. Pick one up, get outside, carry it around. All these ways of moving that I showed you, try them out, get creative, have some fun, try out some new ways that I didn't show you. I promise it's gonna make you feel good. It made me feel good. I had fun. It was a good movement session. Got a little bit dirty too, so that's always a plus. We're outside, getting the sun, getting all the proper frequencies of light that we need. So we're doing it all. We got the grounding in, the movement in, the happiness in, the sunlight in. We got everything we need right here. So give it a shot, you guys. Alright, we made it back to the house with our rock. So let's continue this movement session with a nice set of pull-ups. Gonna keep our body moving all day long, getting in more movement whenever we feel like it, wherever we can. All right, we're gonna keep on moving, and you guys need to keep on moving too. All right, y'all, so I'm out here at the skate park. The sun's finally out, so we're getting that good UV light, creating some vitamin D. But ultimately, I wanted to come move around and have some fun. So let's see if we can get a few tricks and have a good time. All right. Yeah. Nice, dude. That one took me a while. It's a never been done trick for me, so that felt good. Yes! Alright y'all, well that wraps up the skate session. We got in some tricks. I can assure you that I missed the tricks more than I landed them. I'll show you the ones that I got, maybe a couple I missed, but a lot more goes into all these tricks, a lot of movement before I land some of them. So moving around a lot, working on my balance, got outside for a while, got some sun. So sunshine plus movement plus fun was a good time, good for my health. So get out and try something that you enjoy that involves being outside and involves moving your body around and you like doing it. So it's a triple win and I had a good time. All right, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Peace. All right, y'all, so I'm back at the house in the backyard. The sun is out, the sun is high. I'm happy. Right when I thought summer days were gonna start coming to an end, we got hit with another heat day. So the good UVA and UVB exposure is high today, so I'm gonna do a sunbathing session out here in the backyard. Really take advantage of this bright sunlight. I've been outside since sunrise this morning, so my skin is ready and prepared for this intense UV light. I'm gonna use it to create a lot of vitamin D, help my circadian rhythm out, get all my mitochondrial health up and running to the top notch that it can. Really get my immune system going at its top notch because of all this good full frequency sunlight. So yeah, and it's really important that we're getting this midday light. These vitamin D levels that we get boosted from getting this light are very important for our immune health. Folks who have a lot of chronic diseases these days tend to be vitamin D deficient, which means they have a sunshine deficiency. They're deficient in light frequencies that we get from the sun because these frequencies are what make our bodies create vitamin D. We need to be exposed to these light frequencies straight from the source of the sun in order to raise our vitamin D levels, in order to have our body functioning how it's supposed to have our highest immunity, to prevent us from getting these chronic diseases of the modern age. So if you have any type of illnesses or you don't want to get any type of these modern day chronic illnesses, get outside. The sun is our medicine. We don't need all these pills and prescriptions that the mainstream medicine, big pharma want to give you. They don't want to give it to you, they want to sell it to you. But what I'm telling you is all we need is the sun and embrace our environment. It's free. They don't want you to know these things because they wouldn't make any money off of them. All this stuff is free. Getting outside in the sunshine, moving our bodies, grounding to the earth, hydrating with natural spring water that we can get free from the earth with no garbage in the water, having our optimal nutrition, a meat carnivore diet, a raw diet. They won't tell you these things because they can't cash in on them, you guys. Get outside, please. I want you guys all to be achieving your ultimate health. This is how we do it. So I'm gonna do a little hydration. I'm thirsty from all the movement I've done today. This is the natural spring water that I harvest myself, straight from the earth, straight from the source. Mother Nature provides it for us, bottled in glass if I can, because I don't want any plastics leaching into my water. I want to minimize microplastics. So, as I said, guys, please get outside. Please get this sunshine. The sun is our medicine. Don't be afraid of the sun. We're made to be in the sun. Your body knows what to do when it gets this light. So I'm going to have some water. I'm going to lay out on my towel right here. Expose as much of my skin as possible to the sun. Really enjoy it. Really soak it up. Give it a try, you guys. I promise it'll make you feel good. Alright, y'all, so I just want to get in a little lift today. Been moving around a lot, but I'm in the backyard and the weights are out already, so figure I might as well do a couple things. So I'm just going to do a couple sets, well, just one set really. I'm going to do the bent over rows, and then I'm going to go straight into a set of deadlifts after that. So my back will be fatigued from the bent over rows already. Give those deadlifts a little extra oomph so I really feel them. All right, let's do it. All right. Nice little lift. Felt good. Short and sweet. Outside in the sun. Grounded. That's all she wrote. Alright, y'all, so me and my girlfriend are going out on a little dinner date tonight. It's time to eat. We're going to our favorite Korean barbecue restaurant. I really like this place a lot because it's all you can eat. It's unlimited meat. They have a really good selection of high quality meats here, and since it's Korean barbecue, you cook all the food yourself. They bring it to you raw, so I can cook it as little as I want to, which is really nice. They also serve seafood here, so I can get raw oysters, and I can just sear my steaks super light. So we're gonna head inside, get some dinner, and I'll show you guys what we're having once we're in there. Alright, so here's the first order of the night. Veteran Korean barbecue move right here. Get the fatty meat, put that on the grill and let it render down for a minute, and then we'll throw our premium steak on there so we can sear it up real nice. Premium steak number 1. Premium steak number 2, baby. Yeah, thank you. Premium steak number 3. Premium steak number 4. Steak number 5. Premium steak number 6. My mic stopped recording here, but this was a shot of my dessert, let's call it. I had some oysters and a bit more beef. The oysters are raw, and I eat them this way at this Korean barbecue spot. Raw oysters are awesome for our health. They're very high in DHA, so they're really good for our brains. By the time I got home, the sun had already set and the moon was up in the sky. The crickets were chirping, it was dark at the house, and I was ready for bed. I didn't get to catch the sunset today, but that's okay because I got the sunrise in and a lot of midday light. And the trade-off for the sunset was well worth it. I got to go on a date with my girlfriend, who I love, and spend quality time with her while we shared an awesome meal together at a place we enjoy being at. So all in all, it was a really nice day. I'm glad to be home for night, and I'm ready to rest and recover and start tomorrow off with another sunrise.